What is up, guys? Concurrent Flame here with an unboxing of the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna try to make this a quick unboxing. So, I'll show you the top, sides of the box. And the bottom has too much stuff to even look at. Alright, Nintendo, you seem to have like the most pixel perfect printers, right? Because there's no way you can make text this small on any other box. So you plug it in to charge it. That's all I see. Right. Okay. So, the front, we have two Joy-Cons and the Switch unit itself. Right Joy-Con. Left Joy-Con. And the triggers are analog, so you just press them. Pretty horrible decision, worst decision ever. Wish they had digital triggers. But Nintendo does not use digital triggers ever. Maybe on their Pro Controller, maybe not. Probably not, actually. No, I don't think so. On their Wii Pro Controllers. I don't know about the Switch Pro Controller. So you can see my head. The bottom of this is the USB-C port. If a light will adjust, there's just two slots, I believe, for holding it in with the dock. And it is not adjusting. There you go. My number. And then there is more numbers. The kickstand, flip stand, whatever that is. Micro SD card slot, which supports up to 2 terabytes of data, which would not end up being 2 terabytes. It actually ended up being like 1.6 terabytes, I believe. I don't know. Something in the base. Something by base 6, base 8, whatever it is. Computers are in. Top is where your game card goes, right there. That's where you plug in your, that's an auxiliary port. So you'd plug in anything. Volume down, volume up. And then the power button itself. Sides, you have the railings where you can slide the Nintendo nunchucks or Joy-Cons. Rest of the box, we have a strap for one of the Joy-Cons, which I'm never even going to try putting on, because they will get stuck if you put on the wrong one. An HDMI cable, USB-C charger, which is, actually I'm going to show you, try to show you the specifications of this charger. If it's focusing, it says it is. Nope. I could read them off though. Input is 100 to 240 volts. The at 50 to 60 hertz at 1A. The output is 5 volts at 1.5A and 15 volts at 2.6A, which would be amps, I believe. So, if you ever want to buy a charger, make sure it's USB-C and it meets those specifications. Or, well, actually I don't think you can go higher. I think that might damage the Switch. So be careful. It will damage the battery of the Switch if you get a higher charging one. But I'm not sure if this will charge my Dell XPS or not. Probably not, but I don't know. I think that needs like a 45 watt. That's how it works. I don't know what this is, so I don't know too much about power. I really want to get this to focus. Come on. I hate you. I hate you. Thank you. See, it works. There. Hopefully you can read that. Put it in 4K. Try to decipher it. Get some back rendering software. There you go. Made in the Philippines. I could trust that. Alright. Then you have, this is actually surprisingly small. It always looked big in the, now you're not focusing anywhere. It looks big in the pictures. This is where you'd slide your Joy-Cons in. And it becomes a controller. I don't know if they call it a controller or not. This actually feels much smaller. I thought this was going to be huge. I don't know why. That's how that goes. Then I don't actually know how to slide it out. So, fantastic video right there. But I assume it has to do with this button. Yep, there's a button at the bottom of the Joy-Con. Hopefully this is it. We have the Nintendo Switch system update. Nah, sure, whatever that means. Oh, and the dock. Obviously the dock. Right. Here is the dock. So, front side of the dock, advertising, side, or back side, here are the sides. 2 USB 2.0 ports, looks like. There's the bottom, bunch of words, Nintendo, just ignore all Nintendo's words and you can live a happy life. And I actually screwed up the brightness. You have USB 3.0, HDMI out, and power, which makes me wonder, does that mean it has to be plugged in to I don't know if this has to be plugged in to use it on the TV. It probably does, whatever. So that means that you can't take this charger wherever you want with you, and they're not going to provide 2 chargers, so that's reasonable. But I believe there's nothing in here other than basic conversion, so there's no chip in here or anything special. And I am hesitant to put this in the dock because it might scratch the screen, or I believe actually that's the only issue. So, I'm going to show you the Joy-Cons. Alright, so here's the left Joy-Con. This is the D-pad. So you have up, down, right, left. This is the share button or picture button. The side we have nothing. On the top we have the left bumper and the left trigger. Oh, and there's a left analog stick, by the way, and you could click that in. And there's this minus button. On this side you have these two, which are the bumpers if you're holding it for games such as 1-2 Switch or whatever one other game this thing supports. That's pretty much it for the left Joy-Con. Right Joy-Con, you have the plus, you have mono-colored A, B, X, Y buttons, which is a bad choice. I wish they colored these. It would look so much better if they colored them, or they put the NES buttons on there if they just colored the letters. Whatever, it would have been better if they didn't just choose white, but whatever. You have the click button, thumbstick. Then you have the home button. That's a pretty standard. I think this home button looks like the one on the Wii. You have bumpers on the top, SL and SR, official lettering right there, SL and SR. Then you have right bumper, right trigger. And oh yeah, this is the slide to unlock, so when it's locked in the controller. And now I'm going to try putting this on. Okay, so this one's plus. I only found one of these. Second one's probably somewhere. Don't know. Don't necessarily care. So you have to match the pluses with the pluses, or else if you slide this onto this one backwards. See, that's confusing to me. Because apparently this one, so it's reversible or something. Because this one is a minus on the back, so I guess you just have to slide it on right. You know. So if you want to do it on the plus, you have to hold it this way, and you don't just go like upside down on the minus. Yeah, so you don't go upside down. If you don't see anything there, that's bad. So yeah. Make sure their symbol is on the top, and you'll be fine. You have your artificial bumpers, which feel horrible actually. Very loose. Almost as loose as these triggers. Actually, these triggers aren't that loose. They're pretty tight. They're pretty much buttons. I hate how Nintendo can't use digital triggers for some reason. So you have this nice, fully functional controller with extra side buttons that hopefully aren't part of a game. Because we're not that desperate. Alright, so I hope that's it for this. I'm gonna go walk through the setup. Alright, so now I'm gonna go through the setup as fast as possible. Okay, well, I realize the A button is on the right side. This is gonna take a long time. The Switch did start up. It made this strange but programmed noise. I guess Nintendo's new style. I accept, and I read that. And now I'm actually going to type in my Wi-Fi password. Okay. So it detects 2.4 band and 5, so it detects 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, which is good because I believe the PlayStation 4 couldn't do 5 gigahertz. Also the D-pad's okay, just a bunch of buttons, but yeah, go ahead, that's fine. Later? I mean, what's the point of that? Detaching the Joy-Cons. Do not press any additional buttons when attaching the Joy-Cons. I already know this, but it wants me to detach. I guess this is training. Yes. They slide off easily on the Switch. But, oh yeah, and by the way, I found both of these things. One of them was just somewhere else for some reason. Use the left stick to click next. Okay, yeah, it's probably just programming. Next, and then press A. Then press A on this controller, yeah. You can use the console and Joy-Cons attached or detached. Choose the control style you prefer and then hit continue. Choose? Yeah, no, attached. So can I just put this back on? Thank you. So you can't play a Switch without Joy-Cons. Like, you can't get past the setup without it. Obviously, you can't play without them. You can't just have a Pro controller, I assume. Oh, fuck, I hit the... Right, left stick, A, whatever, just back off. Set icon and nickname. Oh, God. More options. I mean, these aren't bad, but... Why have I felt like I've seen this before? Alright, yeah. This... Oh, fuck, no, I hate him. This is the biggest problem for me. Question, there you go. Background. Alright, just make this yellow. There you go. Very creative. Nickname. Alright, we'll give him a nice name. I wonder if there's any way to get special characters. That'd be very interesting. Oh, fudge. Oh. Oh no, I'm hitting the back button. God, my programming. My old habits of having every other platform. Right. Let's just make a nickname. God dang it. What is backspace? No, that's B. Okay. There. Perfect nickname plus enter. Yep. I'm hesitating to press A. I want to just move my finger. Is there a way to swap these? Like programming or something? Anything? Additional users. Can you add this? Whatever. Skip. Skip. Oh, cool. I don't even have a Nintendo account. Alright. So that was the whole setup of the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty straightforward. No real hassle, no credit card needed for a possible Xbox Live subscription or anything. So now I'm going to try and see how long this will take. I also want to do a speed test on this, but I don't know if it has a web browser. It probably does. Everything has a web browser now. And I don't know which way the game card goes. But it's not letting me put it in this way, so probably this way. Obviously, I have the one game worth buying for the Switch. And I don't think it's going to play off the card. There's probably going to be an update. Yep. So this is probably going to take a while. Nope, I take it back. But the game's going to have to update. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this unboxing. Try to make it as fast as possible. And yeah, thank you.